All right, let's talk about the Condor Atrox. It's a large Bowie by Condor, and let's see if I can get a tape measure here. There we go. Specs are online, and this is just a short video on what I thought of it, what I did to it, um, just overall opinions on someone that's done a lot of stuff with a lot of different blades and tools. So the one thing is I think the specs are 12 and a half inch blade. They actually measure, here it is, after some modifications, they measure it from back here. Let's if I actually turn it so you see it. So it's actually measured from way back here till the tip of the blade. So a little bit, I want to say deceptive as far as blade length. Not entirely, but you think it'd be from the front, excuse me, the front of the thing here. But it's a huge knife. Now, when this came, this is after I was done with it. It actually had a little higher swedge here and then went down. I wanted a little longer, just flat. So I actually took this flatter, and it had all of the little hollow pins like this. I'm not crazy about these because they tend to, if you do a lot of work with stuff, scrape. So I left this one because my hand doesn't really hit this one very much. But these other ones I beveled them and put some pins in and then peened them down. So it's nice and smooth and it looks kind of good. Now, the steel, it seems like it's Condor's normal steel. It's not too hard, not too soft. You know, I was able to work it with a file, but seemed to hold an edge pretty well when I was chopping some old dead ash with it. So I'm definitely, yeah, it seems pretty good. Um, Other stuff I did, this right here, I don't know if this is for a fire steel or what it is. It's sharp in there, and I left it sharp, but I rounded some of the edges, so if I wanted to choke up a little bit, I could do it and still be fairly comfortable. And this is pretty good. Uh, Overall, this handle is very well designed. I was very pleased with it. um, Pretty neutral. It when you hold it, it feels good, and it feels good pretty much every way you want to hold it. It is a little narrower in front. It expands a little bit in back. I don't know if you can see it or not, but um, so there's a little bit of a difference there. But any way you hold this thing, it's it's just comfortable. I'm not so crazy about the dual color, not because I don't like the dual color. It's just a weak spot. You know, the truth is though, I'd probably have to beat this thing pretty hard for that to crack. But I've heard about them cracking. There's no other liners in between there to really help with strength. But I think you'd have to abuse this quite a bit to get that to break. But I wish they would just leave it one. I mean, I understand it's marketing. It does look kind of neat. The back here, this little swell, if you wanted to hold it and swing it more like a longer machete even and get a little more length on it, this is ridiculously comfortable. Surprisingly, very, very good. I would I wouldn't hesitate to buy one of these if you wanted a big knife. A little thicker, kind of goes down to somewhat of a flat grind, and then this larger secondary bevel, it's almost like a machete bevel with a it's more like a Scandi grind. It's not really a convex, which is good and seems strong, and it sliced pretty well. When I was trying to hack away diagonally at a pretty dry, um, dead piece of walnut, it did really well. Um, Surprisingly for a lighter knife. Um, you can see it's still pretty thick, pretty thick steel, but it's light, pretty nimble. I like it. Now let's talk about the sheath. The sheath is better. Hold it up here. Probably better than the nylon junk. It is Kydex, and the little frog they put on the back. This is really solid. It seems like very good leather. The snaps are solid. That's nice if you want to hang it, vertically off of your side. The Kydex is Kydex, but it is the super thinnest stuff they can use, I think. And it is, the knife fits in it fine. There's not a lot of super rattle. It's just it hugs it, and like right here, it starts sticking. Okay, slide it in, snap it. Got some rattle, but that's to be expected. It's Kydex or Boltron, whatever molded plastic like that. It's to be expected. Now, we don't want to throw it. If you give it a good shake, there, it doesn't take a whole lot, and it'll come out. If you had it vertically, unless you fell down the side of a mountain, you probably wouldn't have to ever worry about it. There is a little nub here that holds it in, but not a whole lot. I wish that Condor would start using the little thicker grade of stuff. Now they do that on their newer Bolo machete. They do it on their K-Tac. It is the little bit thicker stuff, and it's more decent. I still, when I got their Bolo, I ended up remolding it some to make it fit better, but it's pretty decent. And this would do the trick. I don't have a... If I was somebody who didn't have the means to make anything else or modify anything else, and I was going to buy this, and this is what I have to take out, it'd be fine. But I wish for $5 more, whatever, they would use the heavier gauge stuff. What I did is what I normally seem to do is I just made my own. I like a vertical Moscow carry on the side, and she snaps in really good. Now, that's going to be my carry. With this setup, I'm pretty happy with this. I think I'm going to have some fun out in the woods with this and a smaller knife and a my hawk. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. So, I am a very picky person when it comes to this stuff, and obviously I even made my own modifications to it. But for the price, I want to say it's around 135, I think is what it was. It seems pretty darn good. I haven't beat it to death yet, but I've seen some other people beating on it. And like I said, I've chopped on it, or chopped with it, and zero problem. So if you're thinking about one of these from a very picky person who obviously is turn around and do my own modifications on the things, don't be too hesitant to pull the trigger. They're pretty decent. It's compared to some other things, I'm pretty darn happy with it. So anyway, my opinion.